So in this video, we're going to look at what is client-side and what is server-side scripting. So we're gonna cross out this question here, and instead we're going to zoom in on just this little part of the picture, this server box here, and and me or you sitting with our laptop here. So maybe if I just clear this screen away, select all of that, cut it, and put that back together again. And get a pen. There we go. Now, so the question is, what is server or client? And this is client. This is an important question. So we've got the client here. Main menu. Pushing buttons on there. We've got the client here. That's kind of like that's us sitting here with our hands out. We're typing on a big old laptop with some stuff coming out the screen. And then we've got a connection. We've got an internet connection going over here, and it connects to a box, well, actually out to the World Wide Web out here, the www. But this here is a server of some kind that we're connecting to as a server. Now, what's going on? On the client, we have browser windows. We have an operating system and we have applications, but we also have a browser. And the browser allows us to view web pages, and they might have a header on them, and they might have some fancy pictures, and they might say some stuff. Okay, that's a browser. There might be, you've got Firefox, you've got IE, which is Internet Explorer, you've got Chrome, which I don't know what the initials are for that, but it's something like that, Chrome. And all of those allow you to view the internet. Now, if you go away and learn HTML, and I'll talk a little bit more in another video about how all of these different languages connect together for the client side, but you've got HTML, you've got JavaScript, and you've got CSS, and those together are the majority of what generally are what we call the client-side scripting languages, and they will allow you to create something that you can see in your browser window here, with the little X at the top, or the little X at this side, and you can and the address bar at the top here that you might see. You'll probably see it now as you're looking at this screen. That there is the browser, and that you write that using HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. Now over here on the server, there's it's running what's called a host or a host system. It's running its own piece of software. It's a bit confusing because the computer here, this is a big computer that usually doesn't have a screen. It's just running. It's got little lights and cables coming out of it. That is called a server. But on the server, there's another thing called a server, usually called a web or usually has a name like an Apache server or something like that. And that's a bit of software. So often people get confused because they point at a computer and say that's a server. Well, that's not quite a server. The actual software running on the computer is called a web server. And that bit of software, pardon me, will allow you to connect, will allow you to do fancy things. It will allow you to use something called PHP or Python, or there's all sorts of languages. Python, there's CGI, there is, you can in fact use some of these over here. You can even use JavaScript again, and you can use different things like this. But what's actually going on with all of these languages, these special languages here, these are called these are called server languages. What's going on is these are basically saying, they allow you to write this stuff. Now that might not make much sense. Let's explain that. Say you have you here, and you log on to maybe Facebook or Google or YouTube, and you decide to log in. So you log in here, and you basically say, I am now telling you exactly who I am. I'm telling you that this is me here. This is Lindsay. and I'm connecting to the server and I'm telling you I'm Lindsay, and the server will say, ah, yes, so this is Lindsay. So we're going to look at our scripts, our language, our rule book, and we're going to, maybe it's written in PHP for me, and maybe this PHP here says, maybe it says that if you see Lindsay, give him a web page that looks like this. So it will build a web page. It will build a special web page just for me, and it will have HTML and JavaScript and CSS written in there, and it will send just that special web page down the wire to me. And that special web page will be my Facebook homepage and my YouTube channel and all that sort of thing that only I can see. And that's the client side and the server side working together. And when that happens, that's called a dynamic website, because it's being created dynamically by the server here, by the web server. It's actually building a web page just for me. This over here would be called a static web page, because it's built once and just delivered over and over and over again to all the different people that are connecting. So there's me here, but there's also lots of other people connected to the internet. About 2 billion of us connected to the internet at any one time in 2012, I think, is the number. Hopefully we'll have a lot more, because the internet is very beneficial to a lot of people. So that's the answer. That is what is the difference between server and client-side scripting, and maybe we'll look at some of these languages. I'll do some videos on writing PHP and writing in Python maybe, and I've already done some videos on HTML and JavaScript and CSS. So hope you enjoyed it, and next video maybe I should talk about what the connection is between all of these languages, or maybe just start with these languages. So see you there.